You still want to be a bottle girl? Here's some things that you should know. Part 2. All right, y'all, it's your girl Kayla J. We are back. If you could not tell by the intro to this video, we are going to be deep diving again into being a bottle girl, bottle service, and what that all looks like. Today, we're going to get to the nitty gritty. We're going to get down to the dirt. Nah, I'm just playing. Today, we're going to make sure y'all get a job, okay? That is the whole purpose of this video, to make sure that by the time you are done watching this, you feel confident going into your first interview as a bottle girl. While we're here, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe below. I would love to see you guys return again so we can continue to learn together and grow together. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. First thing, we're going to talk about what you should wear. Y'all would not believe that that is like the #1 thing. What you wear may be the difference between you getting the job and the girl next to you getting the job.
There is something that I gotta tell you.
Going back to what we talked about in the previous video, appearance is everything. Hey, if you don't want to take it from me, I understand, but trust what I'm saying. When you go into your first bottle girl interview, do not dress like you're going to the club. I will say it louder again for the people in the back, y'all. Like, that is my #1 pet peeve, when girls come into interviews and they're dressed like they're going out for a night with their friends. You don't need to have on nothing lace, see-through. I shouldn't be able to see your whole butt. Like, it is just, it's crazy.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the girls are not doing their thing, but they're not doing it.
When you're going into this interview, no, you do not have to dress like you're going into a business professional interview, but you should still have a little bit of mystery about yourself. I always tell the girls, think brunch casual. Think something you would wear to brunch with your homegirls, but y'all are out during the daytime and you know people are gonna see you. Jeans, cute top, heel. You're gonna eat down every time. Or think cute mini dress, a boot, a jacket. You're gonna eat down every time. And if you wanna get a little bit more technical, here's a few examples you can follow. I think y'all are kind of catching my drift. So say it with me. No club attire to our interview. Simple. #2, what you should bring. Now, of course, you bringing yourself is top tier, but what is going to make you stand out from all the other people who are also coming to this interview for this particular job? Most of the time with a lot of clubs, they do casting calls. So 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be the only person they're interviewing. If you are, bless you, kind soul. But most of the time, it's going to be a casting call. So 2 things that I always recommend taking to an interview are 2 photos of yourself and your resume. Why? Because when you leave out of the room, how are they going to remember you? If you bring them your resume that tells all the places that you might have worked, all the things that you have done, and 2 photos, they cannot forget you. It's going to make you stand out 10 times more in comparison to everyone else. And when we're talking about the photos, let me show you an example of some photos. So I always recommend taking 2 different types of photos, a full body photo and a face shot. Simple. They get to see what you look like and they get to see what you look like up close. Make sure whatever you look like that day is similar to them photos. Ain't nothing worse than a catfish. There's nothing worse than a catfish. Don't be a catfish at your first interview. Oh my gosh. As far as your resume goes, if you've never worked in nightlife before, that is okay. Restaurants, any of your corporate jobs, whatever work you've done, bring that resume in just so that they can see that you are who you say you are. And don't forget to bring your personality. If you leave that thing at home, your goose is as good as cooked. Because personality is what's going to also make you memorable, on top of the fact that you brought your 2 pictures and your resume. Now that we've talked about what you should bring and how you should look, I've heard the girls say, what are some possible questions that they may ask me in my interview? I got you, girl. I've done a few bottle girl interviews as someone who has been on one side and on the other side. I've been asked the questions and asking the questions. I got you. The #1 thing they're going to want to know is, where else have you worked? Plain and simple. That's the #1 thing. The other places that you have worked determine what you can handle in terms of volume. It also determines the type of crowd that you might be used to dealing with. And it can tell a lot about how you navigate, because if you didn't stay there long, that may be a little bit of a red flag, you know? Something to think about. Do you know how to sell? And by sell, I mean, do you know how to sell yourself, items, I mean, whatever it is, whether you're selling a bottle, whether you're selling shots, or whether you're just selling the experience and the fantasy of you. Can you sell? Are you a hustler? Do you have a hustle about you? Questions that need answered. Do you work well with others? One thing about nightlife, you're gonna work with a lot of women. And there's nothing worse than someone who does not know how to get along well with others. Personalities mix and clash all the time, absolutely. But do you know how to work well with others to where if the personalities are not always clicking that day, can you still get the job done? What is your availability? Because waitresses who only have weekend availability, and some places that might work if your place is a place that's only open on the weekends. But I know a lot of the places here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live, you got to be available on a weekday, at least one day out the week. Why? Because it's not fair that you only get to work the weekends and there's other girls who work the weekdays, which are typically considered slower days. A girl like me, I love the weekdays. I hate working the weekends. Clubs would have to beg me to work weekends. Like, I can't stand it. And people are always saying, oh, it's more money on the weekends. Yes. However, if you really know what you're doing and you know how to hustle and sell, you can make your weekdays just as profitable as your weekends. We'll talk about that in another video. Last thing, when it comes to questions, no matter what they ask you, do not lie. I promise you, it's so easy to tell when the girls are lying in their interviews, especially once they get into training and they get alone on that floor and you got to work them tables by yourself. A lot of y'all be lying.
You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me.
I'm telling you, be lying. Do not lie. Don't lie about where you've worked. Don't lie about what you can handle. Don't lie if you can sell. It's better for you to be honest about your experience and they like you and they are willing to train you up and teach you than for you to lie. They throw you to the wolves and then you disappoint. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to see y'all again for part 3. We're going to deep dive into some more things. Please ask your comments below. Give me questions, leave me tips, tricks, all that stuff. I want to share what you guys know as well as continue to help you guys learn. I'll see y'all next week.